much shit they have on their weight.
Like this is why
I used to work here, so I know where things
What you guys talking about?
so I mean
If you want to use her as a human shield, it would take too long to get her in front of you.
Hair color.
Yeah, it's too big. How's that camera going to film anything when it's constantly aimed off into the air? Her camera? Look at one of her shows.
Yeah, they don't film shit, man. They just put them on like nothing.
Their faces scare me, like their eyes. There's not much humanity in their eyes.
Nope.
Like, you can look at his eyes and see there's still some shreds of humanity.
Gentlemen.
He just thinks he's doing the right thing. But them, they know they're doing some dirt. Hola. Hello. Ma'am, are you the ringleader of this so-called...
Yeah, I gotta move up closer. I want to let them know I'm taping them. Here we go.
Man, I can't wait. I spent like 3 weeks last night. Where's my crew? Where's my crew? At home, son.
Just get some real close-ups on these people. Oh, yeah. Breathing in, breathing out, my friend.
And even that was very sporadic. Anything could happen. Somebody could need a ride, and you guys were going they don't, it's almost like they don't like people to see.
It's going down. I'm meeting up Manny here.
We're all close friends, it's okay.
There we go. Oh, that's nice.
Have you had a jalapeno chocolate shake?
We'll call this meeting to order on October 6th at 10:05 a.m. If we could all please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Nope.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll see.
Dolores Burns, Chair. Dolores Pacheco, Vice Chair. Mr. Joe Gallegos, Commissioner Day.
Present.
Mr. Edwin Lovato, County Attorney.
Present.
Mr. Ben Doon, Administrative Officer.
Present.
Also present is our clerk and recorder, Ms. Karen Garcia. We'll move to adoption of the agenda. Are there any additions to the agenda?
I move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment period. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to make a public comment?
I have a question. You have no problem with us videotaping, do you? No? No?
Right on.
We'll move on to general. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Take your name for the record, please.
Shirley Romero Otero. Good morning and thank you. I have since heard that whatever was going to, I guess I will ask for clarification first as to what is happening with the October 17th planning zoning meeting, if that's still on.
I don't know that you would have to address that with the planning
So just in case that's not, it's going to happen, I'm going to be out of the area that day. I'd like to address my comments to the issue that was addressed at the last county commissioners meeting, and that is what the code enforcement officers are doing. I think for me as a citizen of this community, someone who has been born and raised in this community and is afforded certain rights as an heir to the Sangre de Cristo land grant, I think that my greatest concerns here are the health of our land, our water, and our general health in general. When I talk about land, I talk about lots of cheap lots that are in this county and have been for many, many years. And now those lots are being bought. I think that people need to understand that when they buy those cheap lots, that there's also hidden costs to those cheap lots. That people need to understand that there's got to be a water source for their good as the health of the community as a whole. There's got to be a way to defecate and get rid of human feces, and the overall health and value of the land as well is a concern of mine. Property values, but I think the most important of all those three issues is the issue of water. Anywhere west of the Mississippi, water is a commodity, it's gold. In this community, particularly a community who has been founded and has been given water rights way before statehood, and that's the reason we're not part of the Rio Grande Compact. Thank our lucky stars for that, because this community would be a ghost town. So I'm concerned about water and these properties that are being bought cheaply, and where the water is going to come for those individuals that have a right to have water. But where's the water going to come? I'm concerned about the issues that have been going on in this community very recently about the theft of water. If it's from our acequias, it's a damn shame, because those acequias is something that our ancestors carved out with their hands and have those predated rights. That has to be protected. I look to you as leaders of this community to continue to protect those water rights. Again, to remind you that they were here way before statehood. I am concerned about the water that is being taken out of the Rio Grande. We all know that every drop of water in this community is already allocated. That's why we're part of this compact, that people downstream in other states all the way into Mexico depend on this water. So water rights need to be respected. Water rights, people need to understand what those water rights are, and that is the lifeblood of this community. And we will not allow those rights to be trampled on, because it is the lifeblood of this community. I cannot emphasize that. Can't be selling water. That's a criminal act. There's federal charges, I'm assuming, attached to that because of the Rio Grande Compact, which makes it interstate and intercountry. So I'm very concerned about that. I think that our community is changing, and I'm one who always talks that change is inevitable. And we need to work with the new folks that are coming into this community, that if they bought land, have a right to that property, but we will also want them to be safe. I'm concerned about the bathroom situation and what happens to fecal matter. Where's that being dumped? That definitely concerns me personally. That's my health. Those downwinds are going to start coming now in the fall, and when that stuff dries, if it's being spread all over the place as it's rumored,
Thank you, Mr. Turan.
we need to address it. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment? We'll move on to our first item on the agenda, general business. Chloe Everhart, Community Repair Program.
Hi. Well, I got an opportunity to talk to quite a few people over this last month, just doing some organizing, and I've heard a lot about genuine and real problems in the county, like the water thing, a lot of issues about poverty, and probably from some of the things I personally experienced more than anything, a lack of communication and trust amongst the people. So I've been scouring the internet and sort of seeing what I could find as far as solutions that this county could afford that have been effective in other places already. And one thing I found that looks really promising is a city repair program that has been adopted in Portland and later migrated to Seattle, New York, and Los Angeles too. and they've had some excellent results there. In Portland, the way that works is that a group of neighbors will come together, and if 80% of them all agree on a project for an intersection, then they'll do things like they can make a little corner coffee station, they can paint the intersection with the mural they're choosing or something. Obviously, we'd have to adjust the program a little bit for conditions that we have out here a lot, like dirt roads and whatnot. But some of the benefits that the information directly from Portland says is the city government supports intersection repair because it improves neighborhood livability without spending a single tax dollar. That's the other thing about it. This program is actually free to the city if you were to implement it in the unincorporated areas of the county. It wouldn't actually increase the tax burden or divert any money from other county programs at all. And Portland says, we've seen firsthand how neighborhoods have changed simply by people working together to create an intersection repair. And some of the benefits they've observed in their city have been increased communication and interaction between neighbors, a stronger sense of local identity and culture, reduced traffic speed, lower crime rates, and safer adjacent streets, beautification of the public environment, and greater participation in community affairs. So some of the things that I think could be implemented throughout the county would be allowing people to maybe come up with ideas to make the few public spaces in the county a little bit more park-like. Like the public space near me has no trails, a lot of burrows to fall into, and it's largely covered in tumbleweeds, and together we could do something about that. We could also put up signs together by the entrances of our subdivision. I thought like maybe a recycling sign with a heart in the middle saying, please don't trash your home might get the point across. I don't know, just stuff like that. But I'll give you guys the information for this, and I think it'd be really cool if we could think about putting together something like that for Costilla County's unincorporated areas.
Oh.
And if you guys have any questions for me, I'm a little new to the information for myself, but I'm happy to do my best to fill them.
So are you starting a group to do this, or?
Well, I have a website already that I kind of made for the community organizing stuff, and it's got a forum on it. It's slvjustus.org, and I'm more than happy to donate the forum to help coordinate community space over large areas. And I probably have about 20 to 50 friends who would be interested in participating in something like this right now.
So could this work with open space?
Absolutely, yeah. We could definitely have a program where, I don't know, either the entire county or the people who are closest to a particular open space or whatever you guys decide is probably the best way about it. And like one thing I was thinking is in the one near me that's mostly tumbleweeds and stuff, I think there's a lot of potential for bicycle tourism in that area. And there's really no way to get out of a storm if you're caught in it. There's nowhere to hide. So I was thinking that if this community, we were able to erect a bike structure out of salvaged materials from the illegal dumps, say, every 3 to 5 miles, then cyclists who are coming through for tourism would have a map, and they would know they're always 3 to 5 miles from out of the rain, which is a lot better than like 20. And you know, so that it would give people an opportunity to promote a little bit of cottage industry in the area. More eyes would mean less chances to take water out of the river. I guess like there's a small percentage of people doing that. Somebody got a picture. It would make it more difficult for them to get away with stuff like that. It would make it more difficult for people to illegally dump because, again, more eyes means less opportunity to do something clandestine. So, I mean, there's a ton of places you could go with this project, but I really like the concept because this is already a poor county. It's been successfully implemented in a lot of places, and it would just basically give the citizens permission to work together to solve some of the problems as much as we can on our own, you know. So I've got a few extra copies if anybody else would like them. And was there anything else?
Does the board have any comments?
I'd just like to see how, I mean, why Portland is a pretty rich city, huh?
But it wasn't tax dollars that did it.
No, I know, I understand that. I'm just saying, we have a lot of open space out there.
I wouldn't call it a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, I've talked with Chloe before. She's totally aware of our 2012 Open Space and Trails Master Plan. And yeah, I think the area you're probably talking about is the Prospect Hill and then the area along the river.
Really cool volcano with a great view. I've been up there a couple of times. Fell into an animal burrow more than once. It would be really nice to have a trail there.
Yeah, we've the two open space areas we have that we've tried to do some things with are the Sangre de Cristo Greenbelt and the Rio Grande area. And we actually have some technical assistance right now, an open grant with the National Park Service, Rivers, Trails, and Conservation Association to try and develop some stuff there. We put a little bit more focus on the Sangre de Cristo area, but we'd definitely love to talk to her more. I think she's even coming down in October. Maybe we could take a site visit out there with you. I know she's been developing some concept plans and even just some shade pavilions and storm shelters and things like that that we've talked about. I don't think heavy-duty development like a campground or anything like that is anything we want to do, but just some simple amenities like that. So
somewhere to get out of the rain, maybe a trail, so it's like a little
sun.
bit less hazardous getting up there or something. That would be cool.
Well, certainly, like I said, I'm pretty sure she's coming down the last week of October, and it'd be great if we could get together with you out there.
I'd love that. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome. I'll host. So cool. Good one. Thank you guys.
Thank you. We'll move on to next item. Vivian Gallegos.
I have emailed and texted her both.
She's right in the back.
Oh, is she there? Hi, Vivian.
If you'll let her.
Public Health Director, too, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This contract is for the Office of Behavioral Health. It's the Substance Abuse Prevention Contract and has been signed, but we needed to ratify it. I guess, is that the right word? To ratify and then to approve it in a public meeting. So Costilla County is the fiscal agent for the substance abuse program. It covers all the regions or all the counties in the San Luis Valley, and we will be the fiscal agent, and then each county will have their own substance abuse coordinator, prevention substance abuse coordinator, and the contract is for $100,000. So each of the counties, of the 5 counties, will be getting about $10,000 a piece. So I just want to see if we could get that contract ratified.
How does that contract interact with the Department of Social Services?
The Office of Behavioral Health is in the Department of Human Services.
Okay.
And so that's why the contract comes from them.
DSS has its own behavioral health contract with the local mental health agency.
It's separate substance abuse prevention dollars.
Oh, yours are prevention dollars.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Not treatment dollars.
Right.
No, I just said contract.
I move that we ratify this contract between the state of Colorado for the use of the and benefit of the Department of Human Services Office of Behavioral Health and Costilla County.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. And it has already been signed, so.
I'll call you after.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Miss Honey.
Hi. Next item on the agenda is the Board of County Commissioners, the lottery drawing for the Carpenter Ranch grazing.
Right. Well, yeah, right. We advertised in the September 24th and October 1st papers that we would once again do a lottery drawing for grazing rights at Carpenter Ranch. Probably makes it simple. We've received 1 entrant this year. 1.
How many cattle are we going to allow, 100 or 80?
We said 80 to 100,
Okay.
and he mentioned about 80 is what he plans to run. The 1 entrant was Ramon V. Hill. Looks like, yeah, so that's about it.
Gosh, everybody asked me about it. Okay.
It specified time, date, all of that stuff. We had all the, you might, do you have that ad with you that just maybe you can mention it out?
Yeah.
What's in the contract?
In the invitation, so the ad was pretty simple in the paper. It just said, we're gonna do this, come get your packet over at the commissioner's office. So the lottery is for a 5-month grazing period, October, November, December, January, and February. It includes grazing units 5, 6, 7A, 7B, and 8. We're looking for 80 to 100 animals. It'll be 146 days. As soon as he pays, we've requested payment up front. $16 per animal unit for the period, and animals would have to be removed March 1st. And then there's a
Well, there might
variety.
be some animals, they probably, if they get too much snow, then they're gonna probably have to cut it down.
Either
after the-
move them or feed, and of course water will,
What date?
Well, water's actually not gonna be easy, it's gonna be
there's a
the
well.
cover with snow.
He asked if he could feed in the winter. I said, I don't see any problem with that.
It's $16 per animal unit per month.
Yeah.
Per month, right?
I thought you wanted
Yeah.
a flat fee. One-time fee.
Yeah, right, but
Not per month.
we feed her like a 16 animal, right? That's kind of what we did as an average.
Right.
A month,
Right.
So how much it would be?
If it's $16.80 is about $1,300.
Yeah.
You wanted that per month or for the whole period? I
No,
understand.
no, it was a month.
No, I thought it was just for the whole period of the contract. That's kind of what we've done before.
Yeah, yeah, but that's what I meant, could we break down like, but what if they pull out early, and I wonder if we should.
It's a long, I mean, this is double the amount of times we've ever done it in the
Yeah,
past.
right
So
there, I'm just looking at snow, and stuff like that. They won't have any feed, they'll have to stay there, they'll have to feed there.
yeah, well, we can work,
Just
there was
make it
only
work.
one
Let's
bid,
do it.
we can work with it.
As a matter of fact, that's all winter food.
Yeah,
Okay, we have things that way, that's cool.
So I'll contact him and we'll work out the details if he wants to.
Okay,
So do I hear a motion to award the grazing contract to Corbin Garage to Mr. Elmore Behill for a period of 5 months for the job? What was the amount?
$16 per animal unit.
Or 1,300, whichever's greater?
No,
Or
it
is
just
that
depends on exactly how many animals he's gonna move
it's
in.
8,200.
Okay.
So if it's 100, it'll be $1,600. If it's 80, it'll be more like 1,300.
So,
I'd like the record to specify that only one was brought to us, therefore I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, move on now to our next item on the agenda, which is executive session on a staff issue. Statute there, council, do you?
Statutory provision,
Yeah.
not off the top of my head.
I've always had it this way here. For personnel issue 24-6-402.
move that we go into executive session.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
we're going into executive session for staff issues, so it's not something that we talk about.
If there's a law that no binding decisions can be made in an executive decision, it's just they get to talk about it by themselves for a little bit.
I'm surprised they didn't throw us out.
Yeah, yesterday was kind of rough.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Trying to ask them to fly, tell them we'll still do what's right, and then they start fighting.
Chloe, have you found any resolutions?
No, I mean, I talked, not really yet. I guess the one thing I did find out is there was supposed to be a denial of permitted writing.
Yeah, but in the staff issues and then, okay.
Probably the most information is that anytime they deny a permit, they're supposed to get that in writing so that